Not yet. I mean, to me, unless you're going water cold, if I go water cold, I'm using air cold right now. If I go water cold, I'm going full out water cold. I don't go big. I'm not gonna get like I'm gonna do all custom made water cooled for my next computer when the next AMD processor comes out.
Let us begin.
And the reason I didn't buy an Intel processor is because it's too expensive for my taste. Don't feel like spending that much money for a processor.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
I mean, for a computer, you gotta, before you decide anything, because there's a new AMD processor, a new AMD graphic cards coming out. Yeah, in a year, processor is gonna go down, of course. Doesn't but you gotta be careful not to spend so much on one part that hinders your other part. To me, the most parts you should spend on, if you're just buying a desktop computer, is an adequate motherboard that serves all your needs and not too expensive motherboard, a good graphic card, and a good processor. Those three are the three you should basically spend most of your money on, and the other parts come later. And the CPU fan as well. Remember, you have to get a good CPU fan, a good CPU, a good motherboard for the CPU type. If it's AMD, you're gonna need to get an AMD motherboard. If it's Intel, you need to get an Intel motherboard. A good case, good everything. A case that allows future expandability.
Inquisitor.
I mean, a computer is a long process, and you gotta make sure you have anti-static material like an anti-static wristband, anti-static and anti-static plates to work on the computer, so you won't electrocute your parts. Because what's the point in buying parts if you're gonna electrocute them in the end?
Let's see what we have.
There's no reason to buy the parts if you don't have at least those parts. Yeah, that's pretty good. To me, computer. Let's be honest, computer are delicate parts, and you gotta make sure you have a good power supply. For power supply, you gotta get a power supply that's bigger than your power compatibility. Let's say your computer needs 500 watts, right? You should get at least 600 or 650 watts. So, because the amount of power degrades. So, let's say you have 750 watts. In a year, you'll only be able to use 700 watts of that 750 watts because it degrades over time. So you gotta get a bigger power supply than the recommended power supply. There's a lot of calculators that show you. Like my power, right? Usually I use 400 watts, 400, 500 watts, 400, 450 watts. I have a 550 watt power supply because 500 or 650 one of them. Because it's not going to use the whole 650 watts. It's going to use enough power supply, enough wattage to support how much it needs. It's not going to use 650. No, that's not how power. It uses how much it needs. How much it needs, and it needs more. It pulls more. That's why I say every year and a half to 2 years, you buy a new power supply, and you just I just take the old one and recycle it. Let me tell you something about 4K gaming. You gotta check your power supply, right? How much power?
Let us begin.
How much power supply you need? Let me tell you something. How much power supply your computer needs, right? Then you add 100 watts over it, 100 to 150 watts over it, because it uses that much more power. Yeah, 750. Like I said, you gotta know how much wattage you need for your computer. You gotta add 100 to 150 watts to that. Because you don't buy a power supply until you get all your parts in order. Once you get all your parts in order, how much wattage you need for your cage, for that, then you buy the power supply last. You always buy the power supply last.
Let us begin.
No. I gotta redo this whole again. I gotta redo this all again. Gotta redo this all again. I know what's the first quest I'm doing. Ay, ay, ay. Is there no actual way to save them?
Is Knight Captain Ryland satisfied with his post?
It's not an easy assignment, but if anyone can handle it.
Inquisition.
Okay, fuck it. Is there any more people on this side? Because I did all the...
Let's see what we have. Let us begin.
Any Venatori activity?
If my agents find anything, you will be the first.
And you gotta get a... To me, the power supply should be last, but before anything, you should consider, before getting a case, before that, that's not what you do first. The first thing you do is choose the processor you're gonna get and the motherboard you're gonna get. If you're gonna go the Intel route or AMD route, that is your choice. And then you decide all the other parts. First, you gotta decide if it's Intel or AMD. The Intel, because the Intel and AMD motherboards are different, are wholly different, because of the CPU type. The Intel CPU is flat. It's the CPU on the CPU. The thing is flat. The pins are on the motherboard, so you just put it in there. For the AMD, the CPU pins are sharp, so you put it in the motherboard, and the flat edge is on the beneath the on the CPU. See, they're two different times. That's why they won't work together, because, yeah.
Inquisitor. Let's see what we have.
Let me look at the MSI Gaming ATX motherboard. Why is it untrusted? I don't understand the regs. That's weird. AMD, ATI. No. MSI 970. Gaming. Oh, that's... what the f... Okay, Firefox doesn't want to connect with Google. That's weird. Oh. That's why. Because I changed my clock, that's why. MSI 970 gaming DX. Never go. Make sure it has a USB 3.0 a header. And see, when you see the memory standard, right? That's the type of memory you can put in. It has dual channels, but that means it can run faster when you have two memory sticks in there. So basically, you buy two 4 gig memory sticks if you're gonna go 8 gig route, right? You buy two 4 gig memory, or if you wanna go to 16 gig route, you buy two 8 gig memory and plug it in there. Two USB. One USB 3.0. It have two 4-pin pistons. Okay, let's see. One CPU fan connector. That means you can only connect one CPU fan without a fan splitter. Yeah, it has two 4-pin system fan connectors, two 3-pin, so that's 4 fans. One front panel, two system panel connectors, one chassis intruder, one TPM monitor, one CPU. How much does it cost? $100 on new leg. It's pretty good, but just wait. Oh, it's 9.7, so you might need to have update the BIOS on your fucking motherboard to support 990 FX CPUs. So I suggest you find a board that's 990 MSI 9. I suggest you find a board that's 990 FX so you don't have to upgrade the board. Jesus. I suggest you find a board that's a 990 FX so you don't have to upgrade, update the BIOS.
Inquisitor.
Because unless you update the BIOS, your CPU won't work. And if your CPU doesn't work when you get it, how are you gonna update the BIOS?
At your service.
Inquisitor.
Why didn't he talk? Yeah, here's the problem with buying the 970 motherboard. If you're gonna go for, there are some CPUs, I think after the 6300 set, that require a 990 FX motherboard or update to the BIOS to support that type of CPU. So that means the CPU won't work to its full capability, and won't work correctly, and might mess up when you're playing games because it doesn't have the right configuration to work. So you either buy a 990 FX from a different company that's probably cheaper, or you go with the MSI route. Let me check MSI. MSI 990 FX. If you use the website, if you know the website, PC Part Picker, it's PCPartPicker.com. It's a good website for building a computer. And I'll tell you all the type. You can probably use, yeah, you can use the 8320 on that. You can use the 4350, the 8350. The difference between the, let me tell you something. The difference between the 6300 and the 8320 is it has 8 cores. Each difference the 6320 has 6 cores. The 8320 and 8350 both have 8 cores, but the 8320 is the 8350 at a lower clock, while the 8350 is just it's a higher stable clock. You can get the 8320. Yep, you can probably use that. You probably can use that, but probably need a BIOS update. Song of the Mar.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again. No?
I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment. At your service, my lord.
So much What's on your mind?
Solus?
How can I help? Goodbye. We don't have... Need something? Or are you just here to admire? You want to talk about me?
Boom, ba boom, 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 pa boom.
Thank you for your investment in my investigations, Inquisitor. I've learned something, I think. I don't know.
What have you learned? Did you find out about the Fade?
I got a scraping that was cleaned off you, and it's weird. And the other rift pits, they're weird. It's just
answers, Dagna.
Lyrium and the Fade linked, but dwarves and Tranquil not linked. But they work Lyrium, so they are. Somehow. There's something there. I was face deep in a rune, and for a moment, I was tall. Really tall. And I thought all the thoughts.
What do you mean when you say, thought all the thoughts?
No. As if for a moment I was around all my people, and my thought was all of theirs.
Your thoughts were their thoughts.
No, my thought was all of our thoughts, like parts. Words are mush. Maybe that's what the stone feels like. Or we think it feels like. If we think it feels. Creepy.
You felt taller. How much taller?
Like mountain tall. Or I was the mountain. But I was moving. I felt dizzy. You know what I remembered? Watching a shaper carve the wall of memory, except big. Isn't that weird? Maybe there were fumes.
So Tranquil and dwarves are linked to Lyrium, but also not linked.
Like the lyrium needs to flow, but if you're part of it, it takes you with it. So you can't be part of it. That makes me sad. I'm not sure why. It seems like we should be part of it. Whatever it is. Or maybe we're the ones who make it happen. Whatever it is. You know what's frustrating? Answers that aren't answers. Ugh.
Keep investigating and let me know what you find.
I tried to make it happen again, but it wouldn't. And I had a headache. And cocoa and a lie down. I'll keep at it. It's weird.
Forts like this, who needs the view? What can I get you? You got your wish, sort of. Right.
It's good to see you.
Do you have any advice?
You know what you need to do.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Inquisitor.
Very well. What did I tell you?
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Sarah, explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins, ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
No. It's just that this is all a little confusing.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The one she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid prideful noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Sarah, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
Your worship.
Good to see you, boss.
What did I tell you? Thank you. Something on?
I'd like to know more about you, now that you're comfortable.
Pose. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
I think that after our rooftop chat, I get why you're not like other elves.
Well, don't. How about we dig into what you are? Or what you're supposed to be? Do you know all about elfiness? What it takes to keep our ears all perky? Because I'm just me, and I couldn't give a fig. All right?
We should all be examples of our peoples, and understand how others will judge us.
Right, well, good on you. Have fun. Don't forget to whine about the past. All elves do that. Heard that once. From an example.
Anything more to say about where you came from, aside from hating cookies there?
Denerim, mostly. Before running into another Jenny. He was fun. Had weird friends, though. I think some of them were a lot more serious about being serious. Got some of them killed. I suppose they were like family. Better than Lady Emerald ever was. You know why? They didn't give two squirts about who or what you were. It was all what you did.
So where are the rest of them?
All over. Or they stopped to let new people go all over. Some get rich and stop playing so they can do good things with it. One or two don't. Eventually, someone asks for a favor against them. So don't get like that, you hear?
Denerim is a long way from Orlais. How'd you get there?
By Stinky Horse?
Sarah.
Denerim wasn't much fun after the Blight. Everyone trying to recover, you even feel bad for the nobles. But Val Royeaux, that's a fat city full of fat heads. They just don't know when to stop. You saw it. Orlais is rich and stupid. Right for the pickings.
So is that who showed you how to fight? Gave you your skills?
Nobody gave me anything except a chance. And maybe some lessons to start, but mostly just the chance. I took that and ran.
Do you remember your actual family at all? Your parents?
Well, there is the amulet I had as an orphan that has a missing piece. And look at your face! You believe me? No, still no parents. I remember an alienage with arseholes, and hating that stupid tree. The one elves always have. Of all the things to pray at, they could at least pick one with apples.
It's nice to see this side of you. Did you trust me?
Don't you go blabbing around, yeah? Because I'll have a big, trusting foot up your pucker.
We'll talk later.
if you say so. There's you, yes?
I'd like to know more about...
Knows. It's embarrassing enough now. I don't care. There's you, yes? We...
Steel flashes, like at the top of the stairs. But this time she knows her voice, and it ends with a kiss.
I found the amulet that Solus told us about. Would you like to try it on?
Yes, but not here. I like it here. We need some place that can go away if it becomes sharp. What do I do with it?
You found one of the amulets. Excellent. May I? It is simple enough. You put it on, I charge it with magic, and you should be protected.
Are you ready, Cole?
They can't make me a monster. Ah!
What was that? Oh, what are you doing to the kid?
Stopping blood mages from binding me like the demons at Adamant. But it didn't work.
Something is interfering with the enchantment.
Something like Cole not being a demon?
Solus, is it possible that the amulet doesn't work on Cole because he's too human?
Regardless of Cole's special circumstances, he remains a spirit.
Yes, a spirit who is strangely like a person.
I don't matter. Just lock away the parts of me that someone else could knot together to make me follow.
Focus on the amulet. Tell me what you feel.
Warm, soft blanket covering, but it catches tears. I'm the wrong shape. There's something. There. That way.
We'll find whatever is preventing the amulet from working, and we'll make it right.
All right, kid. Get Cullen and work with him on the map to figure out where you're sensing something wrong.
Will you come with me? All of you?
Sure. All right, I get it. You like spirits. But he came into this world to be a person. Let him be one.
All I care about is making certain that the Venatori can't bind Cole.
Fair enough. But that ritual of theirs only works on demons, right?
This is not some fanciful story, child of the stone. We cannot change our nature by wishing.
You don't think?
However we deal with the problem, our next step is to track down whatever is interfering with the enchantment.
Okay, what happened? 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 Yeah.
Yeah, this should get me through the month. Give me a moment. Greetings. Can I help you?
You.
I don't even know you.
You forgot! You locked me in the dungeon in the spire, and you forgot, and I died in the dark!
The spire?
Cole, stop.
Just take it easy, kid.
He killed me! He killed me! That's why it doesn't work! He killed me, and I have to kill him back!
If he killed you, wouldn't you be dead?
Cole, this man cannot have killed you. You are a spirit. You have not even possessed a body.
A broken body, bloody, banged on the stone cell, guts gripping in the dark, dank. A captured apostate. They threw him into the dungeon in the spire at Val Royo. They forgot about him. He starved to death. I came through to help. And I couldn't. So I became Cole.
If Cole was an apostate, that'd make the guy we just saw a Templar. Must have been buying lyrium.
Let me kill him. I need to. I need to.
Solus, we cannot let Cole kill the man.
I don't think anyone was going to suggest that, Chuckles.
Cole is a spirit. The death of the real Cole wounded him, perverted him from his purpose. To regain that part of himself, he must forgive.
Come on. You don't just forgive someone killing you.
You don't. A spirit can.
Varric?
The kid's angry. He needs to work through it.
A spirit does not work through emotions. It embodies them.
But he isn't a spirit, is he? He made himself human. He did that to himself when he left the Fade.
Before I decide anything, I need...
It seems the real Cole was an apostate.
Who aren't known?
As the young man starved to death in a dungeon. An uncommon spirit, certainly. And all too fragile when its efforts to help prove to be...
Cole needs to let this go.
I believe I can help. Cole, come with me.
Not possible. Not possible.
Can you feel this man's pain, Cole?
He remembers now. He knows he killed me.
No. Feel his pain. His guilt. The shame that drove him from the Templars.
Don't worry, we'll erase his records. They clap me on the shoulder, smell of oiled metal and blood. They smile like Louis did when he made me drown the kittens. Laughter bounces off the walls like a thin child's fists.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's hurting, Cole. And you are a spirit of compassion.
Forget.
I believe we are finished here.
You all right, kid?
Yes. He's free. We're both free.
appears to be working. Cole should be adequately protected.
Have you talked to him since? Have you heard what he sounds like?
He sounds like a spirit.
Nonsense words like Bertrand at the end. Just need to hear the song again just for a minute. I'm all right, Varric.
What matters is his happiness. Cole, how are you feeling?
I am well. There is work. Wounded to help, hurts to heal, but the weight is off. The old chains have fallen.
You're not still angry with the man who hurt you?
No, I helped him forget. His pain no longer pulls at me. A woman with two names slips a knife in darkness to her left hand. Honey stirred into Leliana's wine. Faith, not revenge.
Could have been a person.
Possibly. Would that have made him happier, Child of the Stone?
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf? You want to talk about me? I'm flattered.
Another time, Varric.
Okay. Where's Mr. Soulless?
We reached the climax.
It's good to see you. There's scarcely a noble house that...
What do you need, my friend?
I'm pleased to hear it. Our heroes strode the day finds you of well and sturdy health.
Well, let me know if you find. Good to see you, boss.
You happier with the champion off with the wardens?
There were wardens in Kirkwall, too.
Welcome back.
Back, yeah? Always good.
She knows they're going to kill her. Can only save what's important. Precious space to remember her smile.
May I ask how things are?
Questions can be shackles, but you kept me in kindness. I will answer.
You don't mind killing people?
Monsters are easy, mindless, menacing. But they chose. They hurt people. I forget later, so it washes clean.
What is it like?
I'm me. More me than I was. They feel, forgive, forget. Thank you.
Can you tell me more about what happened?
I don't remember. I let that go. It isn't part...
Can you tell me more about the fate?
It is here, but hell. Feelings, memories, without you, we have nothing. Not even us. He was their enemy the whole time, but she made him forget, so he could change.
How'd you like to get out of here?
I don't know.
Come on.
One second, I'll be right back. You guys can watch this.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. Will you be dining alone, your worship, or will others be arriving later?
I may have a friend joining me.
Very good, your worship. Right this way, please. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
You can tell her. She'll laugh and then do it because she loves you. She wants to make you happy.
Anything you'd like to share?
He wants his wife to tie his hands to the bedposts, little silk ribbons. He worries she'll hate him. She only said it because she was jealous of your shoes. Remember his hand on your waist as the music swelled. So many little hurts, even here, away from blood and battle. I wouldn't have heard them before. Now I can, thanks to you.
You help them with a few whispered words.
The right words. Plus what I am, a little of me making the happiness stronger, so the pain fades. I don't steal the pain. The nightmare demon at Adamant did that. It made them less so it could grow. I help them heal. They never need to know I was here. You've made me better.
It was my pleasure.
Remember old Maurice, too proud to forgive, gnarled hands clutching the back of an empty chair? Find another path. There was someone before. He was my friend, but he didn't know what I was. When he found out, he changed. I lost him. You found out, but you didn't change. Didn't make me change. You let me be this, be more. Thank you for helping me find this again, for believing in me. You don't know what it means.
I have an inkling, and you're welcome.
You don't need to. It used to help, but it doesn't anymore. Let it go. You were scared, trying to show them you were strong. Find him. Tell him you're sorry. The woman in the red dress thinks you would look good naked. She wants someone to compliment her hat. They will never know, but I know, thanks to you.
Well, teleported Cole to the rescue. Boom, 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 boom. Well, he's not actually teleporting. Well, he is. That's teleport time. Boom, 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 boom. That's because no one realizes his presence, so he teleports. Well...
He didn't kill his father. He was his father.
I'll talk to you.
Cole is weird. I see you jump.
At your order.
I wanted to thank you. When you
You came to see me. If there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
Skyhold won't fall apart if you take an hour for yourself now and then.
I'll keep that in mind. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. Not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
The past isn't always pleasant. Sometimes you have to let go and move on.
I can't forget what happened, but it led me here. I can make that mean something. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us, on me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
Well, mother.
Inquisitor?
May I ask you something?
Of course.
Do you think Templar...
No. I may have chosen to leave. Magic ungoverned could tear the world apart. It's doing so now. Templars are trained and able to confront such dangers.
What would you suggest?
Some call the Circle a prison that can only breed resentment. Perhaps opportunities to work outside the Circle. A mixed military circle. And there might be a safer way. Templars can lose their memories to lyrium. Some call it a gift, to forget the failed harrowings, the demons. Some atrocities haunt me still. But to lose what good I can recall, I nearly lost my mind once. It is no gift.
Do you think that could work?
Mages would be watched, but could pursue interests outside the Circle. Neither freedom nor prison. I don't know.
You still regret the man you...
After the Ferelden Circle, Knight Commander Meredith's methods were harsh, but they kept people safe.
You've said Meredith was unstable.
She was my Knight Commander. I had no reason to distrust her. She wasn't. Meredith encouraged my anger towards the mages. I was her second in command. She kept decisions from me. I believed she was serving the city. I never thought to question her. Not until it was too late.
I hope you find the Inquisition.
I am confident you will see. The Inquisition is my chance to atone. I will not see it for...
You've mentioned siblings.
I've received word from my eldest. South Reach has experienced the same chaos as everywhere else. My family is fine. Pray they remain so.
Your sister tracked you down.
I let her know I was in Haven. It's not the first time.
Why?
For all her reprimands, it was a relief to hear from someone who knew me before the Blight.
The Inquisition won't last forever.
To be honest, I hadn't given it much thought until recently. I'm not used to having so many.
That's all I...
Another...
Alright guys, I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait. Corypheus insisted that the
Don't go through that door. No matter what.
something here. Let's look around. What happened here?
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody. Anyone?
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about... She knows everything. Everything. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about...
I'll do anything. Anything.
Well, that was... or Legion. Are we going to...
Maximilian swept me off my feet.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis.
Inquisitor, is there something you needed? You've I don't know. They won't leave.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Inquisitor, to...
We are all... Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
I made a fascinating discovery.
Oh dear.
That is... I'll get her...
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
The locket I found.
She gave it to me. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you...
She wanted change. My word is law, Inquisitor. But laws don't command people's hearts. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is...
Maybe you kept it because you still...
Perhaps I do. But dispose of the locket however you...
Inquisitor Llewellyn, you've charmed some... What brings you to me?
You might be interested in what I've found. I found an elven locket hidden among...
Let me see that. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
So, this did belong to you.
It was my mother's. Carved from... She held on to it. Another... We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What are you hoping to...
A voice. My people have none. We've lived for centuries. If the elves of Halam Shiral were elevated, if we had an elven noble at court, we'd have recognition. A voice.
I assume the role of elevate...
Let's be honest, Inquisitor. The sole elven noble in the court. But that's the future. We need to focus on the top.
If Celine were killed...
Assuming I'm... It would be precarious. I've been working on Gaspard, but he's like it. It would be easier to rein him in if I had something that could hurt him. Is there some...
We do so. We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. I intercepted orders to his...
How could he be...
He would attack the Empress. I thought there were more handsome chevaliers on the dance floor than there should be.
He's made a lot of threats.
The Grand Duke is all...
very...
He has never had any skill at the game.
If the evening ends favorably...
Her Imperial...
And she throws the bet. And...
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight.
Inquisitor?
Gaspard will
Inquisitor?
ruin us all.
Hello?
What do you think?
Oh. I cannot recommend it. Whatever Briella offers, she, of anyone here...
Enjoying...
I see...
The dancing is so
Sorry, Josie.
This uncertainty won't last long. Inquisitor?
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyaux. Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the Fade by untrusting? My dear Maximilian.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Marquis, it's been far too long. So many crimes of fashion.
I found that...
We can...
Has anyone ever told you that you have the most remarkable eyes?
Several times this evening, actually.
Does anyone have a report on the casualties in the deaths?
My friend, you've been busily charming the court, I see.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. There's a Council of Heralds emissary in the servants.
No. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems unlike Celine.
Are all the Delonces?
Inquisitor?
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Boring. Waste of time. I should look around.
4 more fucking Caprice coins and 5 more fucking candles and I'm done. I can continue. Oof.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspar will ruin us all. It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyaux.
Good to know.
We will be in touch, Inquisitor.
Gaspar is wasting his
How do
time.
things look out there?
Nothing he does could win
Negotiations
over
over
the
yet?
Council of
The Empress and the Grand
Should
Duke
have
are
considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Did you hear what Gaspar said to Duke Germain?
This door is sealed for the... thing. Please, move along.
Did you hear what Gaspar said to Duke Germain? He's all
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of...
I had no idea. Gaspar is wasting his time. Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of
Should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
Are we ready to make our move?
What's the words?
9 different ladies and 6 gentlemen have asked Cullen to dance. I think he might need a bodyguard.
Well, I have a...
I'm not well acquainted. They rarely welcome great...
I cannot believe you danced 4 times with Cyril de Montfort. This was such a mistake.
Good to know.
2 more fucking scandals.
Well, that's useful.
1 more fucking scandal.
sir.
Would you care to dance, Lady Mantillon?
You, Inquisitor, are a delight. One does not often find foreigners so well versed in the game. But you have other dances to perform first. Perhaps you will save me a dance for later?
Have you noticed anything odd?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly...
I'd like your opinion.
It's doomed to fail. At least it should be amusing.
I know where I missed it at.
Emissaries to Kal Shirak have yet to return. I doubt it.
enjoying the ball, I hope.
Need more service in the ballroom.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché walking about?
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
We can skip throwing money because that's not that important. Okay, I know they're more important right now.
Leave us.
What a pleasure.
So many crimes of fashion.
You really think...
Selena has been in power long enough to expect support. But such gratitude will pale beside... Who is lower than the elf? If we place Briala in power, and Gaspard will have the throne he has wanted. With conditions, of course. I suspect it.
I found this out.
This is good news.
I told myself that's going to be over now.
going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss? What happened here?
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspar's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
At this point, I'd think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Justice tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
You honestly believe you were captured, tied up, and thrown into a death trap because of a bill?
Well, you're put it like that, it seems a bit odd. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking, punsy cheesemongers.
Want a new job? One that pays better? The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
true the Inquisitor was an...
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Wait here, Cullen. I'm going to have a word with the Grand Duchess.
What? There's no time. The Empress will begin her speech any moment.
We owe the court one more show, Your Grace.
Inquisitor.
The eyes of every noble in the Empire are upon us, Your Grace. Remember to smile. This is your party. You wouldn't want them to think you had lost control.
Who would not be delighted to speak with you, Inquisitor?
I seem to recall you saying all I needed was to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. When your archers failed to kill me in the garden, I feared you wouldn't save me this last dance. It's so easy to lose your good graces. You even framed your brother for the murder of a council emissary. It was an ambitious plan. Celine, Gaspard, the entire Council of Heralds, all your enemies under one roof.
This is very entertaining, but you do not imagine anyone believes your wild stories?
That will be a matter for a judge to decide, cousin.
Gaspard? You cannot believe this. You know I would never... Gaspard?
You lost this fight ages ago, Your Grace. You're just the last to find out. Your Imperial Majesty, I think we should speak in private. Elsewhere.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing?
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
Gaspard brought hired mercenaries into the palace for a coup. I have the word of his captain.
Oh, Gaspard. So predictable. Brutality is your only talent.
The Empress knew what you were doing and let you get far enough to make a public ass of yourself.
Surprisingly underhanded. Even for you, Celine.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
You were three of the best minds in the Empire. You could do so much for Orlais and your people if you stopped fighting.
It is remarkably optimistic to believe that the three of us could ever forget our differences, Inquisitor.
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united, or surely we will fall alone.
There will be no second chance for us. We cannot afford to be divided.
We will bury our dead, tend our wounded, and ready ourselves for the next charge, as all true Orlesians must.
But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal. Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
He surely will. But we'll be ready for whatever comes. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Would you dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I was hoping you'd ask, my lord.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Are the Grand Clerics truly unable to elect a divine?
Everyone with the political support to succeed Justinia perished alongside her. Those who remain are unable to gather the majority of votes from the conclave of Grand Clerics. They have been deadlocked for too long. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Halam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Could be better.